up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Drea, and I am here to help you pivot in whatever way possible. Whether you are pivoting in your career, in your mindset, or you want to just level up in your personal development journey, this is your channel. I am a personal development coach. I am your purpose partner. I am here to get you closer to your purpose and to help you unlock your full potential. If you would like to work with me one-on-one, go ahead and click the link in the description box below so you can get all of the details on how to do so. I don't know what has been going on these past couple of days, these last couple of videos, but we are getting into the nitty-gritty of purpose. Come here. The topic of purpose has been on my heart lately because I am just tired of going around and around in a circle, not knowing what I am supposed to do in life. I have been there for years. I have all of these skills, all of these gifts, all of these talents. Every single thing that the Lord has given me, I'm out here just playing. I'm out here going in circles. I'm out here getting myself into cycles, not aligning myself or my career with my purpose. And that has been creating so much doubt. It's been creating so much just stagnation, not being able to be creative in the ways I know I'm able to be creative in. And we're done. We're done with that. Okay, no more getting into career paths where we are not going to be fulfilled. No more filling out dozens of job applications to jobs that we are not going to like. No more going in the wrong direction. Okay, we've spent our whole 20s. If you're a millennial, then you know we've spent most of our lives going in circles, people pleasing, doing what our parents or what other people have been telling us to do. But this year, I believe once we uncover our purpose, once we unlock our full potential, we will get to the place where we know we are supposed to be. So if I'm feeling this shift, I know some of you are feeling this shift as well. But let's go ahead and get into the nitty-gritty. As you can tell by the title, I am going to share with you how to know when it's time to pivot in your career. If you have been keeping up, I've walked you through my entire career journey from age 16 to now. I'm 33, by the way, and I share with you all of the different career paths that I went on, all of my entrepreneurial endeavors, all of my many jobs. And I didn't even really share with y'all all of my jobs, just some of them. But along this journey of really trying to discover purpose and figure out who I am and unlock my creativity and unlock my potential, I've discovered that throughout all of those phases of my life, these are the three things that indicated to me that it was time for a shift. So the first way that you can tell it's time for a career pivot is you have no more peace at the place that once gave you joy. What once gave you joy, what once exhilarated you, giving you so much drive, and you've given so much into this job or in this position, it no longer gives you that. It's not giving what it gives. It's literally draining you. You're showing up trying to do the things that you know that you are capable of, but there's no room for growth. It's probably a toxic work environment. Your career just feels like it's hit a glass ceiling. You're not going anywhere. And if you are a multifaceted creative, you've probably begun to get bored in your day-to-day tasks. The moment you start showing up in your job physically, emotionally, spiritually drained, and it doesn't have anything to do with your personal life, it's when you enter into those doors. When you sit down at that desk, when you are talking with your coworkers, when you are trying to do that job, when you are showing up feeling like that, it's time to take a step back and really address what it is that's going on. For all of my spiritual people out there, Lord, why do I feel this thing in my shando? Like, what's going on here? The moment you start feeling drained, physically, emotionally, spiritually, it's time to pivot. God may be showing you something new. He may be telling you to go into a different direction, and that clarity is going to come in the midst of what it is that you are feeling. But you have to seek it. You have to seek it out. Don't just continue to show up feeling drained, feeling physically exhausted, just for the sake of a paycheck. I know them bills got to get paid, but we don't want you exhausting yourself, okay? We don't want that. What I've noticed is every time I started feeling like that, I realized that the follow-up was God leading me to something else. The follow-up was a conversation that God wanted to have with me. The follow-up was God showing me my next move. When you are not aligned with your purpose, you can get stuck at a job way past its expiration date. You're making good money. You're doing all of the things that you need to do. You don't have any suspensions. You don't have anything going on at the job, but something is pulling you. Something is telling you, okay, we need to take a step back and we need to reevaluate what it is that's going on here. The next indicator is when you are discovering your purpose, when you are growing as an individual, as you are growing as a creative person, a multifaceted creative, you always want to be in environments that help you grow. You don't want to be stuck. You don't want to be stuck doing the same repetitive task over and over again. You want to be somewhere that is going to help you elevate, but also help you grow your skill set. And if the place that you are in right now is not allowing you to do that, it's time to go. If you are multifaceted, you are always going to have this inquisitiveness and this curiosity to explore more. Something in you is always going to lead you to a new passion. It's going to lead you to the discovery of something else. In my last video, I talked about God showing me different industries, project management, entertainment, media, all of the things, right? But my inquisitive nature always kept me on my feet and always kept me in a place of creativity, wanting to know more about something. So when you are in this space where you're curious about, well, what does this industry have to offer me? Or, hey, I can do that. Maybe I should start exploring this. Or I saw a video on this and, it sparked my interest. Maybe I should think about pursuing that. When you get into that space, it may be time for you to make a pivot. It's time to go. Yes, we need stability. We need financial security. We need job security, all of the things, right? But you need it in the right environment. You need it at the right job. You need it at the right time in your career. Trust me, I know. I've had a million jobs, y'all. When you are not growing creatively, when you are not able to operate in your purpose at your current job, it may be an indicator that there is something more and that you should begin to explore different paths. The third way that you can tell it's time for a career pivot is purpose is steady knocking at your door. You know you're meant for more. You know purpose is calling you. You know that God has something more for you to do. You know that this job that you're in right now is not the end all be all. You know that there are different levels and new levels that you want to reach in your career, right? You know that you have gifts on the inside of you that you have not utilized. You know that there are things on the inside of you that have become suppressed. You start to see videos about the new direction you want to go in. You start having conversations with people and they're mentioning things that God spoke to you about, okay, in your quiet time. You're being hit with all of these confirmations. You're being hit with all of these new ideas and these new possibilities of what could be in your career. And that is pushing you to make the decision to put your 2 weeks notice in. Purpose is calling you. You know that you're meant for more. And of course, fear is steady riding on the coattails of that. You're praying and asking God for something new. You're on the job praying that God just gives you another sign. You are fed up, you are tired, you are exhausted from this job, you're ready to go, but fear is keeping you from putting in that application. Fear is keeping you from going higher. Fear is keeping you from coming into agreement with that call. Every single time I felt these 3 things, I want to say like 3 nudges, I always pivoted. I didn't know what was my next move. I didn't know what was going to come about that. I knew that I always was built for entrepreneurship. I had this idea of what God was going to do, but I didn't know for sure. This last pivot nearly took me out. I'm not even going to lie, y'all. But I know that I am meant to be an entrepreneur. I know that I am meant to go into the tech industry. I know that. I know that I am meant to go into the entertainment industry. As a multifaceted creative, I know that there is not just one perfect job for me. I know that I am meant to do multiple things at different times and different phases in my life. Not being scared of the pivot has saved me from being stagnant. It saved me from being bored. It saved me from making bad decisions in my career journey. Not being afraid of the shift, not being afraid of the pivot has allowed me to reach so many people on my content creation journey. Not being afraid of pivoting has allowed me to explore different facets of myself. That's how I was able to learn and develop all of these different skill sets. Not being afraid of the rejection, not being afraid of people saying different things, not being afraid of being talked about. I want to encourage you to get out of that fear. That nudge is pushing you into the direction that you need to be in. That nudge is literally showing you who you are about to become. You are going to be okay. No matter what happens, you're going to be fine. Trust me. I've taken so many pivots and so many career jumps and leaps and all of the things, but at the end of the day, it was very purposeful. At the end of the day, it led me to my purpose. And it is why I do what I do today. I hope that this video was encouraging to each and every one of you. If you are scared of making the pivot, go ahead, put it in the comments. Somebody's going to get you, okay? Somebody's going to get you out of that fear. Somebody's going to encourage you. Somebody is going to let you know that pivoting is the best decision that you will ever make in your career and in your life, okay? Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you catch up on all of my recent videos and my vlogs. And I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye.